What are alkanes? Alkanes are the simplest organic molecules, consisting of only carbon and hydrogen, and with only single bonds between carbon atoms. Alkanes are used as the basis for naming the majority of organic compounds, which is their nomenclature. The general formula is represented below. Let us discuss about alkanes in detail. There are basically saturated hydrocarbons containing only carbon-carbon, single bonds in their molecules. They are also called paraffins, from Latin words param meaning little and affinis meaning affinity, that is little affinity or reactivity. This name is justified under normal conditions of temperature and pressure. Alkanes are inert, and do not react with reagents like acids, bases, oxidizing agents and reducing agents. However, under drastic conditions, that is, at high temperatures and pressures, alkanes do undergo some reactions. The alkanes may be divided as open chain or acyclic alkanes. These are simple alkanes, without any closed chains, and have a general formula CnH2n plus 2, where N is the number of carbon atoms. For example, methane, propane, etc. Cycloalkanes or cyclic alkanes. These contain a closed chain, or ring in their molecules. They have the general formula CnH2n. For example, cyclobutane, cyclopropene. Let us talk about the structure of alkanes. As already studied, methane, the first member of the family, has tetrahedral structure involving sp3 hybridization of carbon. The 4 sigma bonds are formed by overlapping of sp3 hybrid orbital of carbon and 1s orbital of hydrogen. In this, carbon atom lies at the center, and the 4 hydrogen atoms lie at the corners of a regular tetrahedron, making each hydrogen-carbon-hydrogen bond angle of 109.5 degrees. Classification of carbon atoms in alkanes. The carbon atoms in an alkane molecule may be classified into 4 types as primary, secondary, tertiary and quaternary. A carbon atom attached to one other or no other carbon is called primary carbon, written as 1-degree carbon. A carbon atom attached to 2 other carbon atom is called secondary carbon, written as 2 degrees carbon. A carbon atom attached to 3 other carbon atom is called tertiary carbon atom, written as 3 degrees carbon. A carbon atom attached to 4 other carbon atoms is called quaternary carbon atoms, written 4 degrees carbon. Hydrogen atoms attached to 1 degree, 2 degrees and 3 degrees carbon atoms are referred to as primary, secondary and tertiary H atoms respectively. Properties of alkanes. Alkanes are almost non-polar molecules, because of the covalent nature of carbon-carbon and carbon-hydrogen bonds, and due to very little difference of electronegativity between carbon and hydrogen atoms. They possess weak van der Waals forces. Due to the weak forces, the first 4 members, C1 to C4, are gases, C5 to C17 are liquids, and those containing 18 carbon atoms or more are solids. They are colorless and odorless. They are hydrophobic in nature. They are soluble in non-polar solvents. There is an increase in the boiling point, with an increase in molecular mass. This is due to the fact that intermolecular van der Waals increases with increase of molecular size or the surface area of molecule. With an increase in the number of branched chains, the molecules attains the shape of a sphere. This results in smaller area of contact, and therefore weak intermolecular forces between spherical molecules, which are overcome at relatively lower temperatures. Thank you for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe for more.